Here we are, episode 16 of Dalton's Thrift Store Explore. I'm Dalton. So we've made it through Christmas. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Got everything you wanted on your list. We went through a little bit of a sickness Christmas week, but everybody's better, so that is gone. Then we had New Year's. Pretty simple. Stayed home, watched Conjuring: The Last Rites, which was a pretty good movie. Watched the ball, and that was New Year's. So pretty uneventful, but that's how we like to do New Year's. So what's going on in 2026 here in our household? We have two senior graduations this year, and then a college move-in. One stepdaughter maybe going to Ball State, and then stepson will be going possibly to Mount St. Joseph. So we got that to look forward to this year. We have our 10-year wedding anniversary coming up in October, our hollow-versary, as we like to call it. And not only just here, but next door. Some exciting news for my neighbors. They're going to be first-time grandparents. So one of their daughters is pregnant, so her baby's coming here in, I think, next month. And they're also going to have a new daughter-in-law. Their son got engaged on Christmas Day. So they've got a lot going on this year. And then, of course, it is America's 250th, and that is the semi-quincentennial. I have it written down because there's no way I was going to remember that. So we plan on celebrating that in July in Williamsburg, hopefully. So we think that'll be pretty cool. So where did we visit this weekend? Saturday, me and the wife went to the Valley Thrift Store in Fairfield, and then we hit the Goodwill right down the road, also in Fairfield. And then on Sunday, I went to a Goodwill in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, and then I went to one in Harrison. So we will show you what we got. We got a little stack here to deal with, so we will show you that here in a little bit. But right now, one of my favorite portions is the beers of the month. So a local grocery store here in town called Hattings, they have their make your own 6-pack. So a lot of their beers are like past season, or we've got some that are in season, but they're very miscellaneous. So we did get a 6-pack, and I will show you 3 of them because those are the ones I got through this weekend, and there's still 3 upstairs in the fridge that we will finish off at some point this week. But I will show you what we got first. Wyndridge. It is an Imperial Pumpkin Cider. This was really good. I thought it was going to be really heavy, but it wasn't. It was really good. Not real strong on the pumpkin flavor. Comes in at 8.5 or 8% alcohol. And Wyndridge is from Dallastown, Pennsylvania. So this was pretty good. And then here in town locally, we have West Side Brewery. It's West Cider. It's their pumpkin spice. This was light. Got the pumpkin apple kind of flavor to it, which was good. So this is West Side Brewery here in town. And then we also have Madtree, which is also another Cincinnati brewery. We have Pumpcan. This one was also good. You know, I am a big pumpkin fan, so I like a lot of pumpkin beers. So those are 3 of what we had. The other 3, we got a Christmas cookie ale. I don't remember who that is from. We got a pecan ale. And then we got a Night Owl pumpkin from Elysian, I think it is. Usually they put out like a variety pack, like a pumpkin. They call it the pumpkin patch, where they have 4 different varieties of pumpkin beer. But they had one there in their 6-pack, so that's what we picked up. So those 3 other ones are upstairs, cold in the fridge, waiting for my enjoyment. So I can't wait. So let's see what we got. So Saturday we went to the Valley Thrift Store, and that was kind of a little bit disappointing. The shelves were scarce. We think it's because they had a New Year's Day 50% off everything. And so it was pretty thin pickings. So it was, we kind of went through and we're like, yeah, it's kind of disappointing. So we will try again next month at the Valley Thrift Store. My stepdaughter wants to go. So we will head out there and make a day of thrifting. Either me and her will go, everybody will go. We'll see what happens. But we did find the ever popular pack of Depends. We were just, it was like a funny game that we ended up playing while we were there. Somebody will have Depends, just a pack of Depends sitting on the shelf. So we kind of laughed about that. So that made our trip there kind of worth it, to see the inevitable pack of Depends sitting on the shelf. So then we went to, down the street, we went to Goodwill, and started walking around there. And I think we found we found 3 things. So we will show you what we got there. They're actually pretty cool. They're kind of just like pictures framed. Looks like somebody just had a picture and then just put it in a really nice frame. So buying these things for $6, actually is good for the frame. But check these out. This Star Trek picture here. This is Leonard McCoy from Star Trek. Like I said, it looks like it's kind of just a poster, but they framed it in this real nice frame. Like all these hooks on the back. Like it's a pretty solid frame. And all 3 of these pictures are sent in this same thing. Yeah, this is a long one. So this is, we've got Spock and we've got James T. Kirk. It's like I said, same way, picture, nice frame. So we picked that one up. And then we have just Spock and this one. So these were just hanging out on the shelves. They were $6 a piece. So we went ahead and picked them up. That'll be a nice flip. Trying to look them up, couldn't find the picture. But we'll see. We'll do some research on them and see if we can find a price for them. So that was our Goodwill and Fairfield. And then so Sunday I decided to head out to, there is a Goodwill in Lawrenceburg and there's a Goodwill in Harrison. So I decided to head on out on Saturday. It was a nice day. So the Goodwill in Harrison, or in Goodwill in Lawrenceburg, what did we find? Let's see. And I've got my little stack here. I think we are good with, I think the majority of the stuff is actually from Lawrenceburg. Oh, look at this. Hey, check this out. I have a receipt so I can tell you exactly what I bought. Let's see. T-shirt, toys, and books. So, I will show you this toy first. Caught this in the toy aisle. This is El Toro Monster Truck. And it's just a little fluff. It's just a little pillow, squishy pillow here. Great condition. As you can see, it's got the El Toro logo on the back with the monster trucks. Yeah, real nice condition. The last one I got was that Ninja Turtle from the last video. That's sold, so that one's out of here. So I thought I'd try again with another stuffed toy here, which is pretty cool. I'll go all around. El Toro Loco. So if you're a monster truck fan, you will recognize that. For the shirt, don't remember which one we got. So I don't know if I'm going to show that one to you. But I'll just show you all the stack of shirts I got. But we did get this here as the media. So quick story on this. This Indiana Jones, the trilogy, the 3 movies. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Temple of Doom, which I grew up on. I watched that every time it was on TV. And then The Last Crusade. And then there's some bonus features here. So it's actually like, their media was like $2.99. So I took it up to the counter, and she actually priced it at $2.99, whole set. So I got the whole set for $2.99. I'm going to keep it. I haven't seen these movies in a long time, so that's it right there. 3 movies for $2.99. Then we headed to the one in Lawrenceburg and Harrison. I like Goodwill for their prices are a little higher, but it's kind of less chaotic. Especially the one in when one went to Fairfield. They remodeled that last year or a couple years ago, and it's nice. I mean, it's organized. It's great. The one in Lawrenceburg and Harrison are a little smaller, but they're still in great. They're still very organized. And I kind of like shopping there because it's not real busy a lot. So you just walk around. It's less chaotic. It's kind of like more down to earth. Like I said, the prices are a little higher, but I like shopping there. So what we will show you is we've got this. The Child from Star Wars. You don't need to see it. I got it for $2.99. Forgot to take the sticker off before I showed it to you. But as you can see, right there it is. Star Wars. It is The Child. So it's real nice condition. We got that one. Then we got some shirts. So one of the groups on Facebook that I follow, I asked them about shirts, about t-shirts, and they said t-shirts, people love to wear t-shirts. I do. I've got like 2 drawers full of t-shirts. So I like to wear t-shirts. And so I found like 3 t-shirts. And I got one for myself. Because like I said, I like t-shirts. Who doesn't like a good t-shirt? But they say a lot of it is like vintage bands. Like comic stuff, like movie shirts, or just weird off the wall shirts. So I will show you. I got this one. This is just from Manfinity. It says a large, but I tried it on, and it's more like a medium. So this one's going up somewhere, probably on Poshmark, because I like to put all my clothes on Poshmark. I like the material and the design, but I'm too small for it. And the shirt's too small. So it says large, but it fits like a medium. So this will go up on Poshmark. This has been a nice shirt to bowl in, but it's not going to work. Then at the old Goodwill, this one is an extra large. This is a Major League Baseball general merchandise shirt. We are from Cincinnati. So it is a Cincinnati Reds extra large polo. As you can see here, you will need to wear a shirt underneath this because as I hold it up here, I can actually see the camera. So you will need an undershirt with this. So might be a little large for me. This is a true extra large. So got this nice. I don't think there's anything on the nothing on the sleeve. Oh, and here's the True Fan. Let me see it. True Fan right there. Then, of course, in Cincinnati, we have the University of Cincinnati. So I got this one. And this is a University of Cincinnati polo. So I do like this one. Like I said, this one would probably be big on me too. It'll say Cincinnati on the sleeve right there, so you can see it. So we'll throw this up on Poshmark and see how it goes. But this is also an extra large from Knights Apparel. And then this one I got for myself. This one I got for myself. We all grew up, if you're my age, 40s, 50s, you grew up with this guy here. Scooby-Doo. Got Scooby and Shaggy on it. I showed my wife this t-shirt and she says, that's you. That's a you shirt. So I got this one here. It's kind of like a distressed. It's nice. And then, if any of you remember NFL Blitz, it was a football game. And it was more of like a more mature, like there were certain rules. It was more brutal. Found this. This is an NFL Blitz Jalen Hurts shirt. Jalen Hurts is popular right now with the Eagles. They will be, believe in the playoffs coming up this weekend. Not sure who they play, but it's Jalen Hurts NFL Blitz. It's got the NFL Blitz logo on it here. And then this is my find of the weekend here. I kind of showed my wife, and are you gonna wear that? I said, no, I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna sell it. But it's the Snoop D-O-double-G Snoop Dogg right here. Really nice, like, photo, nice drawing. I think you can see the Snoop Dogg on it right there. So he's been all over the place. He did one of the halftime shows, I think, for one of the college games. And that right there. So that is a lot of the majority of the Goodwill items that we found. Like I said, I did show you the Indiana Jones thing. We got a thrift book order. I've been trying to get all the Tales from the Crypt episodes. Got them all except this is the new one I got. This is season 6. So the only one I'm missing is season 5. So as soon as it comes available at Thrift Books, as long as it's not $1 million, they'll email and say it's available. So here's season 6 of Tales from the Crypt. Watched this a lot. Growing up, as I said in my last video, we would run up the steps and get a quick shower before it came on. Made sure we were here in time because we loved the opening. Of course, never wanted to miss the opening. Going down the dungeon steps to the Crypt Keeper. And then I follow a podcast called Classic Horror. It's the very first podcast I ever listened to. Found their like Michael versus Michael episode. Just found it searching through Spotify, and I found the episode. So that's the very first podcast I ever listened to. And they started doing their Freak of the Week again on their podcast and on their social media. So what you do is like you create a meme and then you post it to their either Instagram or Facebook page pertaining to the movie that they just did or the one before. But I was a couple months ago, I was the Freak of the Week, and they sent me Body Melt. So I haven't seen it yet. So I will pick a day. Some Vinegar Syndrome here. I will pick a day and check this out. So next month we will have a full moon horror order coming in. They had their 40% off at Christmas end of the year sale. So I got some videos that I've been wanting, some older full moon. I really like the older full moon stuff. And then possibly making maybe a trip to Half Price Books. Haven't been there in a couple months. since I bowled a tournament. So maybe we'll check that out. So that's all what's going on for February. Remember, check out the email, daltonsthriftstoreexplore@yahoo.com, and check it out on Facebook, Dalton's Thrift Store Explore. Well, I will post the items that are up on eBay. I'm trying to be more active on that page, just commenting, making a post, or anything like that. So that is it for this month. Hope you guys have a great New Year's to finish off the month, and happy hunting, and stay thrifty.